Love after 60. Why men love to kiss down there. Have you ever stopped and wondered why so many men at any age crave one very specific act of intimacy? Why they love to kiss you down there? For some women, even hearing that question feels shocking or uncomfortable. But for countless older men, this isn't just a passing curiosity. It's a deep desire that carries meaning far beyond physical pleasure. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Vernon again. In this video, I'm going to explain 4 reasons why men after 60 love to kiss down there, and what every woman should understand about what it truly means for intimacy, trust, and connection later in life. It's about the emotional truth behind the act, and why it often carries far more weight than just intimacy itself at this age. If you appreciate honest conversations about love, intimacy, and relations after 60, subscribe to my channel and turn on notification so you don't miss what's coming next. Take a breath, slow everything down, and let's begin exploring what men are really saying when they choose to be that close. Number 1. It's about acceptance, not appetite. After 60, when a man kisses down there, it's almost never about instinct or appetite alone. By this age, desire has been filtered through decades of experience. He's known insecurity about his body, his relevance, his ability to satisfy. He's lived through comparison, rejection, changes in aging bodies, and moments where intimacy felt uncertain or fragile. So when he chooses to be that close, it's not casual, it's intentional. It's his way of saying, I'm here with all of you, not just the parts that are easy or convenient. That act carries vulnerability for him as well. He's placing himself in a position of openness, not control. He isn't leading or taking, and he's offering himself fully in the moment. Presence replaces performance. Attention replaces urgency. Many women don't realize how vulnerable this moment feels to a man later in life. He isn't doing it to prove anything. He's there because he feels trusted enough to be there. That trust matters enormously. When a woman allows this closeness, she's communicating comfort with herself and confidence in him, and that mutual acceptance creates a bond far deeper than physical arousal. Often feel more emotionally connected afterward. The act grounds them. It reassures them that intimacy isn't transactional when it's shared. And when a man feels that kind of acceptance, desire doesn't fade with age, it deepens. Understanding this changes how women interpret the gesture entirely, because the next reason reveals why this act becomes even more meaningful. Number 2. It's a way of reconnecting with desire without pressure. Our arousal may no longer arrive on command, and performance can feel unpredictable. Kissing down there becomes a way to reconnect with desire without the weight of expectation. There's no stopwatch, no immediate requirement to finish or prove anything. It allows intimacy to unfold at a pace that feels natural rather than forced. For a man at this age, this act removes the silent pressure that so often shadows intimacy later in life. He's no longer wondering whether he'll perform well enough, last long enough, or meet an unspoken expectation. He isn't being evaluated by his body's response or by a final outcome. He's simply there, focused, present, and emotionally engaged with the woman in front of him. That sense of freedom is powerful. It allows him to remain connected, or his body doesn't respond the way it once did. The issue, instead of retreating inward, feeling self-conscious, or creating distance to protect his pride, he stays close. He remains involved rather than withdrawing. That closeness builds confidence gently, without force, and reassures him that intimacy doesn't disappear just because his body has changed. And when a man realizes he can stay connected without pressure or shame, desire often finds its way back naturally, calmer, steadier, and far more meaningful than before. What many women don't see is that this often deepens a man's sense of masculinity rather than diminishing it. Providing pleasure without rushing toward his own release restores confidence quietly. It reminds him that desire isn't lost, it's just slower, more intentional and more emotional. And when a man feels free from pressure, desire has room to return on its own terms. Have you ever noticed moments where closeness felt more meaningful than performance or outcome? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. I'd really like to hear how this shows up in real relationships after 60. Seeing intimacy through this lens reveals something deeper. The way this closeness quietly builds trust without needing explanation. A truth we'll explore next. Number 3. It deepens trust through winnability, not control. After 60, trust carries a different weight. It's no longer built through promises or words alone, but through how safe two people feel when they are emotionally exposed. When a man chooses to kiss down there, he's entering a multi takes its place. He's lowering himself, physically and emotionally, in a way that requires deep trust from both sides. That matters far more than most women realize. At this stage of life, many men carry a quiet caution around vulnerability. They've lived long enough to know how easily openness can be dismissed, laughed off, or misunderstood. The issue so emotional exposure doesn't come casually anymore. It's offered carefully. When a man chooses this form of closeness, he's not stepping into a position of control or authority. He's stepping into trust. He's saying, I'm here with you as I am, without armor, without needing to lead or prove. By lowering himself into that moment, he's letting go of power on purpose. There's no dominance involved, no attempt to steer the interaction to boost his ego. Instead, he's offering attention, patience, and care. That shift changes the emotional balance between you. The connection becomes mutual rather than directional. For many older women, this is felt immediately. The energy softens. The moment feels safer, more sincere. Winnability replaces tension. And when intimacy rests on attentiveness rather than dominance, trust deepens naturally, without explanation. There's no role to play, no expectation to look or respond a certain way. That mutual vulnerability strengthens trust quietly without conversation. Over time, this kind of trust creates a deeper sense of safety, the kind that allows intimacy to feel more honest, more relaxed, and more connected. Give this video a like to support these honest conversations about intimacy, trust, and connection. After 60, when trust is built this way, intimacy stops feeling fragile. And that understanding opens the door to the final reason why this act often becomes one of the most emotionally intimate expressions of love. After 60. Number 4. It makes him feel needed without feeling used. After 60, many men carry a quiet fear they rarely admit. The fear of being useful but not truly wanted. Years of responsibility can blur the line between being valued and being needed only for what you provide. The issue when a man kisses down there, especially later in life, it often comes from a deep desire to feel chosen in return. Not demanded, not obligated, not transactional. This act allows him to give without feeling like he's being extracted from. What matters here is consent layered with appreciation. When a woman receives this closeness without rushing it, without treating it as a means to an end, the man feels needed in a healthy way. He isn't being used to validate someone else's desire, nor is he trying to earn affection. He's offering and restores his sense of purpose and connection. It reminds him that he still has something meaningful to give, but not just physically but emotionally. That feeling settles into him more deeply than most women realize. It eases long-held insecurities, doubts about aging, relevance, and whether he still matters beyond what he can provide. In their place grows a quiet confidence, not loud or performative, but steady. He's no longer reaching for reassurance or looking for signs that he's enough. He feels it. He's not trying to earn closeness or prove his worth. He's simply sharing it in that space. Intimacy stops draining him emotionally. It doesn't take effort or leave him feeling exposed afterward. Instead, it restores him. Desire becomes something that gives energy rather than consumes it. When a man feels needed without being used, his body and emotions align. He wants to stay present. And that renewal is one of the deepest reasons this kind of closeness carries such meaning later in life. After 60, when a man chooses to kiss down there, it's never just about desire, in the simple sense. It's about acceptance, relief from pressure, trust built through vulnerability, and the need to feel wanted without being used. What looks physical on the surface carries emotional weight. This kind of closeness speaks to a man's wish to stay connected, to give without proving, and to be close without fear of judgment. When that meaning is understood, intimacy stops feeling awkward or confusing and starts feeling calm, mutual, and deeply human. Don't hesitate to like this video, share it with someone who might see intimacy differently after hearing this, and leave a comment if any of these points resonated more than you expected. Moreover, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. I'm Vernon. Thank you for watching my video till now, and see you next time.